Understanding titles and honorifics. When to use first or last names. Hello, English learners. Welcome back to our course. Today, we will be delving into an important aspect of conversational English, specifically under making requests and offers. Our focus will be on addressing people with titles and honorifics, more specifically, when to use first names or last names with titles and honorifics. Mastering this aspect of English conversation can help you sound more respectful and polite, especially in professional settings. So, let's dive in. First, let's clarify what we mean by titles and honorifics. Titles are designations like Mr., Mrs., Doctor, etc., and honorifics can be things like Sir, Ma'am, or Professor. These are typically used to show respect and acknowledge a person's position or achievements. Generally, titles are used with a person's last name. For instance, Mr. Smith or Dr. Johnson. However, there are some cases where you might use a title with a first name. This is often done in a more informal setting, or when there is a need to show a certain level of affection or personal connection, while still maintaining a degree of respect. Examples could include calling a teacher Miss Mary in a nursery school setting or addressing a family friend as Auntie Jane. This practice is more common in certain regional dialects and less formal situations. As a general rule, it's more common to use a person's last name with their title, especially in more formal situations or when you're speaking with someone for the first time. This practice shows respect and maintains a professional tone. So, you might address your boss as Mr. Thompson or a medical professional as Dr. Adams. Remember, different cultures may have different norms when it comes to using titles and honorifics. Some may prefer the more formal use of titles and last names, while others may lean towards a more informal or familiar approach. When in doubt, it's generally best to err on the side of formality until invited to do otherwise. That's all for today's lesson on addressing people with titles and honorifics, specifically on when to use first names or last names. We hope this gives you a better understanding of the topic and will aid you in your future English conversations. Remember, communication is not just about vocabulary and grammar, it's also about cultural understanding and respect. Keep practicing, and we'll see you in our next video. Happy learning!